Alright, there we go. And welcome back to Death Stranding. We'll try to connect the first area in Australia today and then check out the rest of the continent, right? I'm having a bit of network issues, so if I suddenly bug out, that's probably what's happening. Even now, when I try to connect to the game, there are occasions where I'll log a message that's saying that, hey, you're experiencing network issues. New feature, mass fabrication. You can now fabricate different items simultaneously. Select the equipment you'd like to fabricate, and then press square to add it to the fabrication queue. And that is a lot of time. Yeah, that's what I was saying. There does seem to be a bit of a connection issue, and I'm not entirely sure whether it's on my end. I feel like it might actually be on my end because I was trying to load up a few sites before and it took a while, so we might be having a few issues now and then. Like, at least Reddit is okay from what I can tell. Reddit itself is fine. Like how I usually check whether network is running, it's by opening up Reddit. Australia frame added. With the kangaroo and the emu? The ostrich? I don't have a battery. What am I carrying that has a battery? Oh, it's actually Lou's. They weren't tracking how well Lou was feeling before. But now I guess there I am. This might actually be a bit of a challenging trip because I can't connect to online mode. Previously, I had the benefit of having other players' structures around. Maybe okay. At least we have the couple of structures that we had before.
Trouble to build this, wouldn't you say?
It is, yeah. Makes things a lot easier. It's a bit of a shame this doesn't help with our cargo machine. Long life meals. Yeah, that's basically your indication that, hey, something weird is going on around here. And from this point on, we're going to be meeting the BTs, the spirits in the game.
Your Odradek's twitching. There must be a BT somewhere nearby. Keep an eye on your Odradek's movements as you proceed.
Nearby water level rising. I'm not going to pick up any alloys at the moment, even though we're kind of low on. I have a couple of choices here. Let's see if we can take the upper path for now, even though by the looks of it, the BT is actually quite nearby. It's over there. It's over where we need to go. I'm making my way towards the... There's another one here. The Timefall shelter over there. And bit of a steep drop here. Oh dear, I don't even have any climbing anchors. Now this works, I guess. I'm glad we picked up some stuff. Ideally, I should have probably gone back to Mexico and make sure we were like really prepared for this terrain. Yeah, there's a BT right next to us. That's why the Odradek's kind of going a bit mental. Oh, I see it now. Wow, it's right there. The giant one too. Is that a new type I do believe we have a blood grenade. It's right next to the shelter too. No, this is actually a strong one. Yeah. And there we go. That's an excellent place to have a time-full shelter, all things considered. But we kind of used up our entirety of our blood grenades. That was a strong one. The larger they are, the stronger they are. There's another one here. Still not seeing it. What is happening here? Oh, it's the weight. It's actually throwing me off. That's what's happening. Okay. Whenever the odor deck starts to... Yeah, it's right over there. I see it. Whenever the odor deck starts just going a bit mental, that's usually your sign that, hey, you better just go very slowly. Let's make sure our cargo is actually okay. It's just the rain. And from this point on, I won't be getting any help. Well, not that I was getting any help, all things considered, because we are offline. According to the network, we're a little too unstable for any help. There's another BT in this area. Let's go through the crevice over here. Come on, Sam. There we go. Oh, can we not actually go that way? Right. I do have one more ladder I can use. Let's go quietly. Yeah, it's another large one. Where's our location anyway? Okay, there it is. Picking up that extra piece of materials, it's like really slowed us down. Because we are on the heavy scale now, I believe. Or the midweight scale. We'll need to... Oh, wait, there's another BT over here. I do see it, just very vaguely. Gonna see if I can just very carefully slide down this little path. And there's another BT down there. It's looking right at us, so not the ideal way to go. That is where we need to go, though. So maybe instead of... Okay. I'll go around from the top. Oh, calm down, Sam. And we'll come down from here. Yeah, this seems a safer path to go. I do believe I can very carefully manage my way down here. There's another BT here? There is another BT here. Oh, let's not make too much noise here. Yeah, we still have a lot of distance to cover. This entire place is filled with BTs. Okay. I see you. Hopefully you won't see me as long as I don't make any unnecessary noise. I feel like that one's looking at us. You can even hear it. Yeah, taking the direct route, not so easy when you don't have the resources to make the stuff you need. Really should have made a lot more stuff over in Mexico. Oh, this is fine, right? We're doing it. We're doing it. And hopefully we'll get there before the condition of our cargo deteriorates due to the rain. Okay. Nope. Should be going solid. Headache pills. I think we might be out of the woods. Yeah, I think we might actually be out of the woods. Yep. We are indeed out of the woods. Still, the rain is there. And the roads are flooding. I'm kind of glad I didn't use that extra ladder I had. Now we can actually use it to cross. We can get a good angle somewhere. It doesn't involve me going through the water. Obstacle detected. What obstacle?
Might there be somewhere we can cross more easily?
Possibly, right, Dolman? But we also have a ladder here that we can use. I do believe this is it. I sort of recognize this area, even though it's been a while since I played the game. Australia really isn't looking the same. I believe that will be our next destination soon. I feel like I'm hearing some weird buzzing. So wasn't there a package around here? Headache pills? Because our location is actually pretty near. I can see the markers for it. The question is, where's that headache pills package? And by I'm reaching that area, we sort of stop it from raining. Oh, Sam, you can calm down while you're running. Was that a lot further than I imagined, or am I missing it? Oh, there you are. And then guys, there's a package right here, right outside of your shelter. You could have probably just gone out and taken this yourself.
Good day, Sam. Your operator's credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
The Australian flag over there.
You're that bloke with drawbridge, aren't you? So you really came, eh? Cut straight through BT territory just to bring us our cargo. That's quite a feat. Been waiting a long time for someone like you to show up. Let's see how well you were able to handle our delivery. Looks absolutely flawless. Thank you. Time after time you've been there for us. You're a saint.
From old Oz.
Like everyone says, already put that decontamination unit to good use. The chiralium levels had really gotten out of hand, so you couldn't have come at a better time. Thanks. Anyway, go ahead and connect us with that Cupid or whatever it is.
And that's our second point connected to Australia. It's not gonna get any easier from this point. Technically, it does get easier once you unlock new tech. And I am seeing player structures, even though the network is unstable, which is nice. The bullet gun. One of my favorite weapons in the game. And the easiest stealth item, to be honest.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
The game gave me some combat stuff too. I didn't even remember fighting anything. Oh wait, right. I threw a couple of grenades at the BT.
A chiral communications transmission. With this network at our disposal, might be able to make our dream a
The
reality.
music in the background.
Want to build a world where even the weakest among us have a chance. A world where people come together to stand against those who embrace violence. Ever since the Death Stranding, this continent has been afflicted by terrible environmental changes.
Also, is it just me, or is one side of his glasses a lot darker than the other?
A hell of a lot more dramatic. Skyrocketing levels of chiral contamination. Those bloody watcher things coming out of the woodwork. Didn't realize it at the time, but the escalation of all this insanity coincided with the UCA's connection to the network and the appearance of the plate gate. The chiral network is causing instability beyond the reach of its coverage, which means the only way to fix it is to link up all of Australia. At least, that's what we here believe. To support your efforts, we've shared the data we have about the continent with your people. Information about the brigands and so on. Use it to the best of your ability. We're not doing any better than the UCA or Mexico, I'm afraid. Only difference is the presence of armed belligerents we call brigands, as well as a new type of BT we've been seeing all over lately. The brigands have been trying to bring us to heel and are a right pain in the ass. They've got an irrational enmity for new tech like the chiral network, you see. We've also been seeing major earthquakes all over the continent, as well as devastating floods due to heavy timefall. You can have your work cut out for you while you're down under, that's for sure.
Viral contamination was pretty bad, huh?
Due to our proximity to a BT area, this shelter was subject to significant chiral contamination. Said area has also been the source of a new type of BT. Unlike the usual sort, these ones are able to see us. Clear as day.
Clear as day. Yeah, that's the problem.
We've taken to calling the buggers Watchers. And they're every bit as dangerous as any other BT. You're gonna want to keep
stronger.
clear at all costs. Take the bowler gun, for example. With our data, we were able to improve and refine the design of the APAC standard issue model. You can charge it now to fire projectiles with a narrower spread. Perfect for taking down hard-to-reach targets with precision. And then, there's backpack customization. We've developed a number of unique attachments that can be equipped to the pack you're currently carrying. Stuff I guarantee will give you an edge in a fight. You might consider bringing this gear with you when you're prepping for your next run. Oh, and last but not least, we've patched through an Odradek update that allows its sensor to pick up living beings and other entities. It's an improvement that builds on the sensor's existing functionality. Anything it detects will be visible to you as a silhouette for a brief time. I'm sure it'll come in handy down the road.
Yep, it's actually one of the best upgrades you can get on. And this is kind of what I said. Well, the challenge also increases. The game compensates by giving you more tools. And at some point, the tools become a little too much. You become way too overpowered.
There's a request I wanted to send your way. I know you're eager to hit the road and make progress, but I promise you, this is more than worth the trouble. It's a delivery for the lone commander, who lives not too far from here. He's an old ally who provided us with support for all matters military. He's also a crack shot with a sniper rifle. But after this and that, we went our separate ways. And he retired to a shelter off to the east. Can be a hard man to please, but if we could enlist his help again, I'm sure he'd provide us with all kinds of useful information. Data and schematics that might prove invaluable for your work. Especially if you're the type who likes to fight first and ask questions later. Should help us all combat the brigands and damn sight more effectively in any case. I'll filed this request as a sub-order, so check the terminal if you're interested in taking on extra work.
Yeah,
That
you know
was
what?
excellent work, Sam. With the government now part of the chiral network, we've successfully completed the first step in our journey to connect all of Australia. I want to thank you for making this possible. Well done. To extend network coverage as far as West Fort Knott, our next order of business will be to link up the Western Environmental Observatory. The associated order is ready for you. This one may well place you in considerable danger, so be sure to take extra care when selecting your equipment. Access the delivery terminal here to pick up this main order and get underway.
Yeah, but what I'm actually after is the sub-order, because unlocking the sniper guy can make things a lot easier. And I do believe we can get our first attachment components for our bag. And generally speaking, I prefer stealth, so we're not going to be taking the back protector. Later on, you'll actually get a gravity device that helps you carry more of a load, which is what I think I usually go for. But for now, I'm going to put down one grenade pack and one ammo patch, because that kind of helps. And the ammo patch is actually kind of big. I'm not going to lie.
is now available for you.
I'm gonna do the lone commander first, because getting the sniper rifle makes things a lot easier. It's very loud, unlike most of the other weapons, but being able to take out a lot of enemies before they can get to you makes the game extremely easy. Alright, I need to plan a route. Getting to this area is also a bit of a challenge. It might not be too much of a challenge because I see a route here. It's been generously laid out by someone. And there is a time for shelter here. I might even go back to the DSV Magellan because I think we have... No, I don't even have too much resources in the DSV Magellan either. I should probably focus on expanding the resources there just so that I'd have a few more routes, right? A few more options while making stuff. We can make what we need from the government shelter here for now, but I'll follow this route. I'm going to rely on the help of
Route creation.
players here. Looks like a bit of a steep climb. There's a road here. I will probably head to the post box. After that, it's a bit of a rocky terrain, but there are be easier. How do we our route for now?
This cargo has been designated breakable.
It's a large one as well.
Hello, Sam. This is Charlie. To aid you in your future orders, we prepared porter suits with camel patterns tailor-made for the Australian environment. We've also provided you with a new basic porter suit with customizable colors. Moving forward, I imagine you'll want to adjust your appearance based on the terrain and your personal preferences at the time. Try experimenting with your options.
Yeah, and now you kind of have to take care of your... In rocky or sandy environments, in rocky or muddy environments. Now I'm gonna go with the black camo for now. And you kind of need to change your camo depending on your environment. It's a lot of red though in these areas, so I'm not entirely sure what we're going for. And right now we can also go for this, which I do feel like is a lot more important than some of the other stuff we have here. I'll disable you. No, wait, no, that's not what I'm looking for. This, yeah. Augmented motion scanner, that is extremely useful. So manage our cargo here a bit. I feel like I don't need the maser gun and the sticky gun. I'll put that in the DHV Magellan's private one. Now let's recycle this blood grenade. Get some of those resins back. Okay, 2 ladders, 1 climbing anchor, 1 container repair spray. I might just, yeah, okay. I'll make another container repair spray from the DSV Magellan. We are a bit overloaded. Ideally, I want us to be... Oh yeah, it's because of this, because of the special alloys. Okay, there we go. Now we are not. And Sam is at just below the ideal weight limit. If I pick up anything else, it will be a bit rocky. Let's head out.
Somebody lend me a hand!
I'm gonna very quickly run over to that info shelter, restore our cargo, and probably enter the DSP Megala and store some of my weapons, which I don't really need at the moment.
We're all ready for you.
Sam, I can perform reconnaissance for you if you like. After all, there's no telling what might be waiting for us ahead.
Oh yeah, from this point on, you can also kind of use Dahlman as a bit of a tool. You can throw him into the air and you'll see what he sees in the air, which is useful if you're not exactly sure where enemies and spirits and things are. Let's store my handgun and my sticky gun. No, wait, my machine pistol. Sticky gun might actually still be a bit useful. We do have cool assault rifles too in there. Now we're a bit lighter. Unfortunately, I don't have an established route to where we can ride to the Lone Commander. And just delivering this one package, I don't think actually puts him into the chiral network. You need to kind of earn his trust before he will allow you to do it. There's a watchtower over there as well. Is that where we're heading? No, I'm heading over here. Okay. A bit of an extended route here. Yeah, there was a player ladder here, which was the reason I was like, you know what, we can probably take this route. Make things a lot easier on us. Like I said, a very different experience if you're playing now and you're playing later on.
Thanks for the help. Give me a hand.
Oh dear. This might actually not be the best place. Yep. The ladder is positioned a bit precariously. There we go. Not ideal to take more equipment with us. Yep. Brain is totally okay. What I worry more about really is the BTs. And we will be entering BT territory shortly. I'm losing a lot of stamina from just climbing up this way. It's an easier path, I guess. There is a sign here. That will help. Yeah, that's a sign that the BTs are in the area. It's a bit of a steep climb. I don't think we can even go that way. Oh, man, there's a bunch of stuff we can get though.
They can sense them, Sam. Be on your guard for BTs.
I'm leaning precariously to the right. And I feel like the BT is right where we need to go. You'd be seeing it about now. Oh yeah, there it is. There's nothing inside here that we can use, unfortunately. There's even a box over there. Wait a minute, where's the BT? Wasn't it here just a moment ago? The outer deck is showing it. Yeah, it's still here. Might have moved. If that's the case, let's just avoid it. Okay, a blood grenade, that would help. Oh. Very unbalanced now that I think about it. Okay, there's another BT right over there. Yeah, I don't want to get too close. Just to pick up the repair materials down here. Okay, and I need to adjust our weight a bit here. We're a little too unbalanced and it's knocking Sam off. As long as it's looking that way, we might be able to actually sneak past it. Wait a minute, there's another BT over here as well. Ladder. An extra large resin right there. Yeah, this thing's looking right at us, so I am gonna very carefully climb up here. I kind of lost track of where we're going. Oh, there's our route. You don't want to take too long in the rain, though. Just the longer we wait, the more chances that our cargo is gonna be a little too overburdened. Also, let's get Sam a drink because he looks exhausted here. Okay. There's a BD right there. We're not going that way. It's actually moving as well. Kinda hoping it's just gonna keep moving forward here. Yeah, that's the order that kind of letting me know that, hey, you are very close. Okay, we're not too far now. And we have a bunch of cargo we can use. But it's gonna be smooth sailing from this point. There should be a path to our vendor, the lone commander around here somewhere. Oh, there we go. Let's get this chiral crystal.
Good evening, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside the...
Wasn't expecting a porter of all people to drop by. Most folks would have had Buckley's chance of making it out this far. Betting it was the government that sent you my way. They've got an eye for talent.
Got an eye for talent. Sniper here knows exactly what's going on.
Can't help but feel grateful when you get a delivery this well cared for. I don't know where you find the energy to do all this work, but I'm glad you do.
Yeah, I think I need to get him to at least 1 star before he'll allow us to connect. Or give anything too useful.
I appreciate what you've done for me, really. But I'm afraid I can't agree to becoming a part of this chiral network of yours. To be frank, I don't trust you drawbridge people yet. There's also no end to the dangers in these parts. And if you haven't got what it takes to face them, you'll die like all the rest. Complete my latest order though, and I might be persuaded to reconsider. If it strikes you as an unreasonable request, you may as well go home now. There's no shame in recognizing when you're out of your depth. You gotta know what you can and can't handle if you want to survive out here. All of which is to say you shouldn't go off half-cocked and throw your life away. Are we clear?
Yeah, the downside is we don't really have... Well, I guess I can kind of store my stuff here for now. Especially the equipment that we picked up. The stuff, I mean, not the equipment, the cargo that we picked up. That will make things a bit lighter on Sam, and we can kind of do this next side quest, and it will allow us access to this vendor. Recover the mementos from the lost BT area. He's actually giving me a bunch of stuff. Kinda don't need those though. I kind of already have a ladder and a climbing anchor on me. We're not going through this terrain without some help. Route simulator. Seems like a pretty simple route, all things considered. Might just go for a direct approach here.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route
Yeah, and now Sam's considerably lighter, so be a bit easier to run around. How is our cargo condition looking? Contents damage. Oh, should I actually just... Okay, you know what? Let me put my sticky gun in here too, because I'm not actually using it either. It's already kind of damaged. I'm also realizing I have 2 pieces of boots. Don't know when I'm in the extra one, but it's there. Generally speaking, it always almost stops raining when you're next to an NPC's hub area, but once you leave that vicinity, it will start raining and it will become a lot more dangerous, as you can see. Like we immediately entered BT territory.
Take care, Sam.
Game's kind of letting me know that there's something in this area. I'm not seeing it yet. It might just be over the ridge. Like dangerously over the ridge by the looks of it. I am hearing it too. Okay. I'm backing off slightly so that I can have a good vantage point. Let's use one of our ladders. We picked up an extra, which is nice. Sam? Ah, weird. Bit of an input lag here. There. Not entirely sure what's happening. I want to connect the ladder. I can hear it moving as well. It's not ideal. Calm down, Sam. Oh, there it is. I hear another one over there. Yeah, direct route's the best. I can probably make the jump, but it'll be a lot more difficult to come back if I do not use the climbing anchor here. a little close for my liking with that BT, though. He almost saw me as well. He was definitely looking at where I was. There's one more BT right over there. Oh, I missed a package in this vicinity. Because there was... Yeah, the compact surveillance camera over there. Okay, right now I'm wishing I did have the sticky gun. I'm being a bit reckless here. Thankfully, it's only a small package. It is a fragile package, though, so gotta be careful. Let's see if I can slide down here. There we go. Another BD right here. It can't be good. I don't see it, which is not ideal. Hopefully the little crevice here provides us with some cover. Where is this thing? It's right there. Two of them, too.
Looks like you have what was requested. All that remains now is to drop it off.
Yep, and thankfully, since we've already established our route, we can pretty much just race our way back without too much of a problem. I know there was a way for me to release the rope in such a way that it's getting stuck, that other people can actually use it to climb back up here. Now that BT is right where I left my other rope. He definitely saw me in the vicinity, that's why he went over here. Okay, looks like we're going around by the looks of it. Let's take the route I used to get the little small package. Or maybe even further than that. There's a crevice here. Let's go around completely and head to where the ladder was. Not too hard, all things considered. It's extremely rough terrain, though. But you kind of also have to get used to running around in this area, because if you want to max out your relationship with the NPCs in these first few areas, you're going to be just running back and forth in this storm and ghosts.
Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Weirdly warm in here tonight.
Good that. You actually managed to bring it back, did you? I'm genuinely surprised. Let me get a closer look at it. That is one flawless looking delivery. Bring on the next. You are no average porter, mate. That much is crystal clear. I suppose I ought to hold up my end of the bargain. Get out your Cupid and finish the job.
Another point connected. The lone commander. Yeah, having the other player structures here is going to help immensely. Unfortunately, I don't have a time for shelter. I might have to just build one myself. But this is the whole reason why we do him. The sniper rifle makes things a lot easier. It's the weapon you want to take out usually at the very end as well, because it makes noise. But if you have one enemy that's being a bit annoying, you can pretty much just take that guy out immediately.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
So this is what it's like being all hooked up and wired in. At any rate, looks like the schematics for my trusty shooter and darling little smoke grenades are in your hands now. The form is a custom design of mine. Uses tranquilizer darts. Makes a hell of a bang when fired though. So keep that in mind. Just a shame our bards couldn't have crossed sooner. Maybe this world of ours wouldn't have been so divided. And maybe my mates wouldn't have had to die.
What happened to your mates?
It may sound like a bit of a yarn, but my friends and I supported the government's plans to rebuild Australia. To defend ourselves against those who had other ideas, we had no choice but to take up arms. It ended up costing most of us our lives. All because of me. The commander. You've seen what became of them. My mates are the Watchers scattered all over this hill. Mixed in with all the enemies we slaughtered. And for what? Deep down, we were all the same. Blokes who called this land our home. Was it worth all the struggle, all the bloodshed, for the world we shared to be reduced to this? So, I left the military behind. Decided I had to go it alone. I had to figure things out. Were we all just doomed to die and become Watchers? Was that the only way for us to come together? Now fuck that. There was another way. Before it all went to hell, we should have tried to find common ground. And now, with your chiral network, that might finally be feasible. Working with the government too, maybe. For all that and more, I hope you don't let me down. Hey now, don't knock them till you've tried them, alright? Granted, you can't neutralize an enemy with one. But they are effective at blinding them and giving you cover. far more than you probably realize. And even if they do open fire, you'll find that their chances of actually hitting you are slim to none. Which means that even if you've alerted them with one of your own shots, you'll have no trouble disengaging and repositioning. Properly utilized, they're a great tool for disrupting enemy attacks and buying you room to regroup. Furthermore, if you happen to have a sensor or something similar on hand, you can use it to track enemies through the smoke, making things pretty one-sided. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. Or, if you're the kind of bloke who'd rather get up close and personal, you can chuck one at their feet, waltz right up to them unseen, turn a firefight into a fist fight. I assure you, once you've learned how to use these little beauties to their full potential, you'll have a heap of new tactics at your disposal. Experiment, see for yourself. My sniper rifle. It's configured to fire tranquilizing rounds. An ideal choice for those who prefer to get the job done without undue bloodshed. Bit of advice though, make sure you engage your enemies at a healthy distance. It's not a silenced weapon, so fire too close and they'll be all over you before you have time to react. And don't think about taking a shot until you've planned your next move. Any sniper worth their salt stays mobile, constantly securing new vantage points to evade detection. Ah, and always remember to account for bullet drop when shooting at extreme ranges. In a nutshell, you might need to aim at a point a notch or two above your target, depending on the distance. And finally, you want to hold your breath to steady your aim before gently pulling the trigger. Having left that life behind, I've no need for guns any longer, but that doesn't mean they can't be of use to you. Righto, Sam. I know you got places to be, but an order just came in that caught my eye. Seems our friends over at the government shelter might be in a bit of strife. If you're willing to look into it, you can review the details by checking the sub-orders on the delivery terminal here. Might be a good occasion to fabricate a sniper rifle with the data I just shared, if you take my meaning. Anyway, think it over, would you?
Yeah, getting the sniper rifle pretty much just leads you to another mission that kind of teaches you how to use it. Recover all brigands' reconnaissance equipment. Yeah, there's a bunch of brigands right next to the government area. And we're gonna get those. I'm also gonna pick up everything that I drop here. I keep the other ladders here. I don't think I'd really need it, especially with the other players' stuff around. These climbing anchors used though, so I will recycle it. And we will fabricate ourselves a sniper rifle. I have 5 ladders on me? Don't really need that. A bit on the heavier side right now. It's because a lot of these are medium packages. Yeah, maybe we don't need these two. I'm gonna place you in the locker again. We'll come and get it back later. That puts us just under the weight of moving optimally. And these containers are a bit damaged. I should spray. Oh no, let me spray and make an extra container spray. Oh wait, there's a temple shelter here. I didn't actually need to use... Yeah, I didn't actually need to use fabricate another container repair spray. I wanted the container repair spray just to make sure our cargo is in good condition when I run over there. Solid Snake. Ideal person to be making these. Your order rank is actually quite low for some reason, though. Like a new player or something.
Bring it handy.
It looks clear at the moment, but, well, you know, usually when it looks like that, the moment you set off somewhere, it starts to get rainy. Oh, whoa. Just picking up that package through Sam off balance. It starts to get rainy and it gets a bit nonsensical. Let me run over real quick back here so that... Oh, whoa. That was close. Nice, Lone Commander. I wanted to recycle these materials. It's a large package, no wonder. Yeah, you really want to get materials as much as you can. You probably end up doing it, getting a lot more later on. But ideally, you want to take as much as you can. Because it's nice to have the materials ready for when you actually need it. Oh, a loot. A loot indicator. So I forgot how we sued Lou on the field. Now here's a legend of a legend right here.
Gotcha.
With a little luck, this weather would remain the same, but I get the feeling that usually when we run over there, there's always like rain and VTs around. And you're also sort of seeing a path that you can potentially take with a vehicle later. The way the game works is that the more people who use the same path, like the ones that I'm seeing, this is my own one, it's blue, but you can see other people's paths which are green. And the more people who use the same path, it slowly turns into a road, right? Like originally, this path would have been the same, like over there, grass and rocks. But now there's a bit of whiteness to it, indicating that, hey, yeah, someone else has traveled over here. And eventually it'll turn into a road that we can use to sort of ride back to camp a lot easier. So, I'm gonna go with my younger sibling, who I hear has just come home. Be right back. Alright, and back. So I did disturb my younger sibling a bit when she came back from work. So I'm realizing there's like... Actually, yeah. You can actually see the path that people have taken as well. And potentially a route that we can just go right back. Because these routes aren't originally there. They're only there because we already trotted them. So that's why you don't see any of the other routes. Eventually, once I start using it a lot more, the path's going to be a lot more sustained. So let's sure we follow that route as much as we can. Metals, oh my god, this is the one material that you kind of need a lot of, but a large container is usually unnecessarily heavy. And there's an extra large container of resins. I can't carry that though. I feel like if I pick that up, I'm gonna be overweight. Yeah, we have a direct path right here to the level 2 post box. Well, actually, no. Yeah, I'm gonna place all the materials that I pick up into this post box. That I'm getting some use out of it. I can, once I make, oh, there's, where in tarnation is that package? We should pick that up too. There's some more metals over there as well. Alcoholic beverage, 120 points. Exactly, Sam. Exactly. After we do the bandit quest, I'll probably give Sam a break because he will most likely end up running out of stamina. And I'll maybe do a quick trip back to Mexico so that I can store my vehicle in the DSV Magellan and then bring it over to Australia. Wait a minute, this is like right next to his habitat.
2 wheels up.
Yeah, it is like right next to his habitat. I can't believe I missed that. We'll probably deliver this to him and get the next level of the sniper rifle, which would make my first fabrication
Yeah, sure thing.
a bit of a useless choice.
Hey, Sid, where on earth did you find this? I was sure...
Oh wait, no, I need more. Never mind.
Alright, till next...
I guess he wasn't just happy with the alcoholic beverage.
Hey there. Thank you. Kindly.
Sam.
Give yourself a pat on the back, mate.
Give yourself a pat on the back, mate.
Safe travels.
I should put down some more signs of like that of my own. I feel like I'm not really helping out the other players as much with signs and everything. But yeah, you can already see that the foliage is sort of clearing the way now. Because the game is syncing on the route that other players have took.
Okay, there you go.
And we have a lot more direct a route to this NPC. vitamin supplements. Where is this thing? There's a pretty good tower here too. You can just check these surrounding areas for all the stuff that's in the air. Climbing it. Well, somebody actually climbed up that statue. I think, yeah, they did actually climb it up. Not surprised. I kind of did similar things. Yeah, that, whoa. Noble rod wine. Chemicals, metals, sports belt. There's an extra large metal over there too. Where's the post box I saw before? But yeah, as long as you're in the vicinity of this tower, you can kind of see that it's been replaced by L resins now. No, there's the extra large resin. That means the post box is over here somewhere. Yeah, there it is.
What's up, Sam?
I'm contemplating on whether I should go and get those metals and resins and just drop it on the post box so that it can come back later and pick it up with the vehicle. And in the meantime, we'll get the vitamin supplements and the noble rot wine. Try to improve our relationships with the locals. Oh, right. I actually got a lot of use out of you, so...
This one's for you. Thank you kindly. Came in handy.
He's a master deliverer. Yeah, there we go. There's the metals up there. Maybe not metals. It's either metals or ceramic. You kind of need one or the other a lot.
Hey! What?
I'm trying to light this. Oh, I lost the window. And those signs actually improve lose mood or whatever baby that's in our BB at the moment. All the signs that the other players and you yourself can leave have different effects on Sam and Lou. Okay, you just maxing out my weight almost to... Yep. The downside of maxing out your weight really is that once you go beyond the normal blue threshold, Sam starts to lose stamina, which is not very ideal, all things considered. Okay, now you are a little above our weight. I'll drop. Wait, no. We'll drop the metals to the post box here, the player post box. Did I like you already? I feel like I did.
Thanks for the help. Thank you kindly.
The unknown porter. Yeah, it's easy to overlook the fact that other players build post boxes. I never kind of found a use for it, but this might actually be a good way to kind of use it. Like, make it a hotspot for putting in materials. And although I kind of don't need it right now, I'll take all these to the DS3 Magellan later on. Make sure our base is fully stocked so that we can make anything when we need to. Facility storage. There we go. Now we have resins and metal. Now this whole area feels so different when you're not in the middle of
yourself.
Okay, Sam. When you're not trying to hide from BTs. A very different feel, all things considered. Well, rocky terrain. You can see the gate from over here. Past the minimal weight limit. There's this force belt. There's also some chemicals in this vicinity. The noble rock wine. I can hear the DS3 Magellan. There's another order box here, post box. Interesting choice. And whenever I get to a post box, my first instinct is to just make sure. And just check whether there's anything in there. And that guy was playing on max difficulty because you only get that sign if it's max difficulty. And this is an axle chemical. There's metals down there and the noble rock wine. Kinda really off base here, but maybe we can make our way slowly down here, very carefully. Going down is easy, getting back up, not so much. If you try to just run down here at normal speed, because it's sloped, Sam will pick up a lot of momentum. And if you are unlucky enough to get caught in the rocks that you kind of see, the reds, he will rip.
Get it done.
An earthquake. Causeway K. The game informed me of an earthquake, but I'm not feeling it just yet. You know, it's really for cases like these that we kind of need the sticky gun. Oh, it's dangerous. Slow down. I believe this is actually the way I came. We used that ladder over there, the very badly positioned ladder. Can I even reach it from here? Oh, I can. It's easier to get on and go down rather than go up. But yeah, case in point, if I keep the analog stick held down, you can see that Sam kind of gets a bit of momentum, which is not ideal.
Good to see you again.
Gotcha.
Hey there. Thanks for stopping by. Let me just take a look at our active orders. We'd given up all hope of ever seeing this. I'm so glad he managed to bring it in. I want you to have this data. It'll help you in your work.
Yep, this is exactly what we're looking for. This is a backpack extension that increases the amount of weight you can carry. And it is very useful.
More materials for your use. Don't hold back.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
This is a chiral anti-gravity device that can be attached to your backpack. Slap it on and your cargo will feel significantly lighter. And the more of them you use, the more noticeable the effect becomes. Any porter ought to appreciate a piece of kit like this. I'm sure you'll be a big fan.
I already am. Yeah, this is also kind of why you wanted the chemicals. I do have enough to make 2 though, which is nice, all things considered. Maybe not enough chiral crystals, but we can donate some of that over here. Let me also... Oh, I have a chemical that's very heavy. I should probably store that in the post box too. Yeah, container repair spray, sticky gun, container, vitamin supplements. Basically everything except for my weapons, right? Maybe not sticky gun. And we'll also recycle this chemicals here, because this facility barely has any. As you can see, putting 2 of those discs on has increased the weight limit by a 10. So many people putting up signs to improve Lou's mood. So I wonder what's going on over there. Alright, I better check the side quests too, because there should be some now. Oh, I missed that one. I could have actually done that on the way. I'll just mark those 2 on the map. wonder if I should head over here first. The weather is looking good, so it might be ideal time to actually go down there. Yeah, what I'm looking for is my silence weapon. Because we will be kind of messing with some bandits for that one side quest. And both of those are pretty light, all things considered. And since there's already someone who graciously provided us with the vehicle, I'll probably use this. Eventually I'll have to get my own though. Because... Oh wait, let me get off and actually light this vehicle. Because I can't upgrade other people's vehicles.
This one's for you.
No rain at the moment. We've kind of lost all the rain because we've done a few of the quests from the area.
Thanks for the help.
Surprisingly, a lot of the rain that you initially meet is very scripted. So you don't have to worry about it as long as you do that particular story quest or sub quest.
There he is. Thanks for your help.
Oh, it's the vodka. Put up a hologram of that. So, my older sister already sending me videos of people. No, this is a bandit area. People finding, getting the confirmation that Capcom's making a DLC for Resident Evil 9, as if that was ever in question.
Sam, look. There are wild animals nearby. Such creatures are rare and precious. Friends to be protected.
Oh? Are you telling me to capture it, Dolman? I think I actually lost track of it. Oh, there you are. They're meant to be protected, but doesn't stop me from shooting them with a silenced pistol. Oh, never mind. I thought I could actually capture it. It's so funny. You know, I seriously thought when Dolman said that I should go and capture it. That's why I went to get it. I just unnecessarily just knocked out a buddy. No, we did actually. I went even further. I think the furthest I've been is the next quest, which involves the next main quest, which should involve us heading to the observatory around here somewhere, I believe. Yeah, the observatory around here. And no, this area, clearing this area and then getting the bandit camp over here. That's as far as I played last time. That was a non-lethal weapon. That's why it said knocked out.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
my legs.
Not in range of everything. No, still missing one, but it's okay. We'll just pick that one up manually. Why do you say that? Because a lot of people actually find Judgment Story to be kind of weak when compared to Yakuza's. But I do like Lost Judgment and Judgment as well. I think I actually prefer Judgment and Lost Judgment over the Yakuza. And controversial of an opinion as that is. Although, to be honest, I never finished either of them. Another bunch of games on their backlog. And the whole reason for not finishing it was I picked up Lost Judgment first, right? And then I was like, you know what? There are a couple of things that are connected to the original game. I'm gonna get the other one first. So I did get the first one. Got into a bunch of side quests and then never finished the game.
Trouble nearby. Brigands.
Okay, there we go. There's usually always a player who's built a watchtower nearby. That is a difficult place to place it, though. Yeah, I feel like Yakuza is to GTA what Lost Judgment is for a game like LA Noire or other open world games where you kind of play as the quote-unquote good guys or the police, the authorities, though I didn't actually classify any of them as authorities at the end. Wait a minute, no, I did finish Judgment, now that I think about it. Yeah, I did. Okay, never mind. Okay, I also know you're hiding stuff over here. Yeah. Only 4 enemies? That can't be right. Really? Only 4? Maybe it's because our first time infiltrating the area, they've kind of made it a bit easier. Not a lot of cover to approach, though. Well, the backstory is sort of explained a bit, so I won't spoil it for you. You are kind of correct. Is he actually coming over here? Because that would help. Not entirely. I feel like he is a goody two shoes. It's just that he had a rough background, and it's not that he's naive to the whole thing. It's more that he's choosing to be a goody two shoes. Unless he's like, okay, I'm just gonna kick your ass, because we have a lot of instances of that happening as well. I'll come back for the cargo later, because we're moving in an odd pattern. And no need to burden ourselves with any extra weight at the moment. Okay, I see 3 of them. Where's the 4th one? Okay, nah, I see all 4 of them. Sometimes the game makes it a lot more difficult when you can actually see all the symbols. And to be honest, I believe the one guy we kind of need to take care of is the guy that's moving around. Everyone else kind of just stays the same. Do I see his patrol route? Not yet. Considering they have anti-gravity devices that we can attach to our backpacks, I assume it's using a similar technology. When you make the backpack, they're like, we have anti-gravity chiral devices, so it's pretty much their MacGuffin, the chiralium in the game that's doing most of the heavy lifting. That must be one very painful experience. Like, I just grabbed him when he was yawning. But yeah, the markers do remind me of Horizon as well a bit. Thankfully, it does kind of disappear after a while, so...
A word of warning, Sam. That sniper rifle doesn't appear to be equipped with a suppressor, meaning it will make considerable noise when fired. Take care not to attract the enemy's attention.
It's fine. That was the last guy, Dolman. I was just making it easier on ourselves by taking him in from a distance. I can kick him? Why? He's already knocked out.
You've recovered everything then. Great. Let's get it delivered.
Oh, there's a bunch of medals here as well. Where is my vehicle? Where did I park that thing? So, wow, okay. Yeah, well, I definitely need to bring my vehicle over here. You can carry the smaller ones, but the large definitely has to be carried with the vehicle, because there's way too much here. And we have that structure over there as well. It's a bit of a distance away.
Now entering chiral network coverage.
Almost there.
Indeed. But I also want to get all the materials, Sam. Probably deliver the materials to the DS3 McAllen and not the government office. The post box in the middle of the road.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
You have both axle stuff too. Okay, I'll have to get off for this one. Yeah, that's just gonna... I won't be able to carry anything else. I'll need to deliver. I don't want the rest of the stuff here too, though. I can't actually take it. It's just one. It's a bit heavy for Sam, but those anti-gravity devices we got does allow us to make an extra stack on top. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to knock out your light. Yeah, I'm gonna deliver the materials to the Magellan and then come back for the other post box.
Now entering chiral network coverage.
A generator. I wouldn't want to be near that if it released its charge.
But yeah, that's apparently a new thing in this game. You can have the generator shock enemies. Yeah, let's get all these materials into the Magellan because this will be our mobile base. So having as much materials as possible in this base is going to help us a lot. So ceramics, gonna need a lot of those. And I'll also store some stuff here. Oz's diary. But no, kind of no need. Maybe the level 1 blood grenade and the other blood bags, because we don't quite need it. The utility is nice to have, but the game is... Wait, why am I placing it outside? The game is so easy, you kind of don't need to go out of your way.
Good as new to me.
Yep. Came out of that a little too fast. There's some more materials there. Ah, ceramics. I definitely want that. Let's put all the smaller cargo onto our tricycle, because it can store quite a bit of the smaller ones easily. Now we'll make our way over to this little rock over here, where they've hidden another post box from us. Pretty worth getting, all things considered. Yeah. Gonna pick up that package as well, so that when we next visit the Lone Commander, which I will be doing in a bit just to do his side quest for putting down the climbing anchor. Also kind of weird that I'm noticing animals now. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, this is usually your sign. Like, if you see an inverted rainbow, then that means there are spirits in the area. I'm looking at the point where I need to do his side quest, and it's over there. I'll come back later after we grab a climbing anchor and after we deliver all these items. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff for old Oz here.
Well. Retrieved that cargo from those troublemakers, did you? We're all very grateful. Now, let's review the order details. This cargo is in exceptional condition. You are the best. I wasn't expecting you to make this delivery as well. Thanks, mate. I'd say it's about time I gave you this. We've designated more materials for your use. Don't hold back on our account.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot this was a thing too, that you kind of learn skills based on how you play, in a sense. So since I'm relying more on stealth as opposed to combat, though I did get a bit of combat experience from using the sniper rifle there at the end.
We've got our hands on those bastards' gear now, and it's all thanks to you. With this tech, we should have no trouble whatsoever monitoring and tracking their movements from here. Also, something tells me you've earned the Lone Commander's respect. Call it a hunch, giving you more imposing aura. I reckon the Golden Fist and the Island Inventor will be keen to meet with you.
Yeah, and now that we finished his side quest, he indicates 2 more NPCs we can connect, and it's very ideal to get both of them.
He's a combat specialist who used to be stationed at Cape Fort Knot. which was a settlement located to the north of West Fort Knot. Anyway, he was a champion boxer, so he excels at close-range engagements, as one would expect. One time, when he heard a group of trigger-happy arseholes were getting ready to attack Cape Fort Knot, he went out alone and took the lot of them down with his bare hands. I'm honestly not sure how he's getting on these days. But if you could bring him into the chiral network, you would gain the support of a powerful ally.
The island inventor?
Strange sort of fella, if I'm being honest. He set up shop on an island he never leaves, so he could devote himself to his research. And if you head north from here, past West Fort Knot, you'll come across a lonely island just off the coast. As for this, research, I've only met him once myself. And I couldn't make head nor tail of whatever the hell it was he was trying to build. But perhaps you'll have better luck than me if you decide to pay him a visit. You're damn right I do. His skills as a soldier and leader were second to none. A marksman like you wouldn't believe. And not just with a rifle either. He once captured an enemy outpost with nothing but his custom handgun for company. If you can find a way to gain his trust, I'm sure he'll have something of value to teach you. But the poor bloke still holds himself responsible for the death of his comrades. Wrongly, in my opinion. The way I see it, if he couldn't save them, then no one could.
One way to look at it. Fine then.
With your help, we were able to improve the design of the spare ammo container and create a version with a much bigger capacity. That's not an overstatement. It'll let you carry a lot more ammunition. That way, you don't have to bring so many weapons and can rely on just a few favorites. That sounds good to you? Give it a try.
Give it a try.
Order completed. Well done.
I have an assault rifle with me as well. Okay, I'll be taking a couple of these when we're going, and we'll need the climbing anchor to do the Lone Commander stuff. Now let's deliver this on our way back. Now let me take a look at a good route back to the Lone Commander. I feel like we have one here. Yeah, we do. Let's go the opposite way here. As long as it's not raining in that general direction. I don't think it is. Because if it's raining, it's going to be a bit of a different journey. We'll have to do it on foot, because running through areas on your machine when there are BTs around is not the most ideal way to do things. There we go. This is the route we're looking for. Wait, no, this is a dead end. Now, other people have gone across this way. I'll have to go around. Bit of rocky road here. Yeah, but we can join the main road from this point on. I do believe if I can manage to get down from here, we do have a clear shot at the Lone Commander. By taking a very long way route around all these crags. which would normally be a difficult thing if you're on foot, but on the tricycle you can pretty much just climb the entire way up.
You notice that sign, Sam? Think someone might need help. I don't know, perhaps we could lend them a hand if we have time. And when we in turn need assistance, we can always build a sign of our own.
I feel like Dolman's kinda... Do I even have anything I can give you guys? Not at the moment. Usually I give these as we go along. Oh, and right, I have to come back to this point to get all the materials in the post box. I'd almost forgotten that I stored everything there.
Thanks for the help.
Yeah, that's the first box we're looking for. Oh, wait a minute. I completely forgot to do his side quest before I came over here. It's over there. I think we can kind of drive our way over there, right? Interesting place to build a bridge, but I do understand where it's coming from, considering the rocky terrain around here. Oh, a climbing anchor.
Stretch my legs.
So if I didn't have a climbing anchor for the side quest, I could have found one right next to it. And this is what I mean by Death Stranding 2 is a lot more friendly on players. And I got a player anchor here that'll help me get to that spot. So you know what? Good job.
Came in handy. This one's for you.
So many experienced players in the vicinity.
That'll do it.
Great job, Sam.
Bit of an odd angle to get that, but that's fine. I'll probably not be using this route as much. Not when we have a vehicle to avoid most of the obstacles. Unless it's raining, right? Because I feel like rain's the one instance where I might actually rely on stuff like that. Ropes are always handy in a pinch. I tried out the climbing anchor you put in place, Sam. I've always been a fan of them, especially since they work like a charm outside of the chiral network. These latest models allow you to retract or extend the ropes too, just the thing you want to move up or down in the world. And now we can get back to our delivery business. Get these packages to the lone commander. And I'll probably call it after that. Like, I'll give the packages to the lone commander, make my way back to the DH Miguel and have Sam get some sleep, rest. Probably a shower as well, and take a look at Lou. And then we'll call it for the day. But I feel like we've unlocked a lot of stuff just by doing the side things. We got a bit of a clue for where we can kind of look for the other NPCs as well. One, I believe, is on the island over here, and another should be way out on Cape Fortnite or something. Oh god, someone's built a generator over here. Why, I do not know. I think I remember on my first playthrough, I actually went down there myself just to check what's down there. It was a bit of a trek. Other than doing the story stuff, right, and the contents, the side content, I mean, you are completely free to do whatever you want. And a lot of players, myself included, do take the time to go check areas where we think something's weird.
Thanks for the help. Thank you, Kyle.
Very impressive work. Appreciate you coming, Sam.
Headache pills and vitamin supplements.
Ah, that's you again. I'll get on with checking the orders then.
And no need to sound that.
Of all the things I never expected to receive, you bloody ripper.
Bloody ripper.
Bloke like you should be able to make good use of this data. Take a look.
All right, the silenced track gun.
How you doing for materials? Because I'm upping the amount you can use for fabrication. My way of saying thanks.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I've shared a schematic for a new weapon with you. A silenced handgun. It's chambered for tranquilizer rounds. Pop someone in the noggin and they'll drop like a rock. Effect's the same if you hit them anywhere else, actually. Just takes longer to kick in. This little fella can be very useful for when you want to remain unnoticed while sneaking through enemy territory. Matter of fact, I once secured an entire enemy outpost with one of these. So bear in mind it's got that kind of potential. Hope it serves you well in the field.
Yep, this will actually replace my current handgun.
Well done.
Like, but right now I'm using the SL machine pistol, and it does knock people out, but at the end of the day, I want a silenced weapon. Okay, next order of business. I'm gonna take this entire path down the route we came. Hit that one post box I saw where I stowed a bunch of materials. You can kind of tell I'm getting sleepy as well, since I'm messing up my words. The ultimate stealth weapon. You're able to fabricate silent trank handguns now, but have you tried using one yet? They're perfect for co-op operations, and exactly why I kind of prefer to use them, is they barely make a noise and you don't even need to be a good shot. A single hit is enough to put your target to sleep. You could probably take down an entire enemy base with just this one weapon. Mind you don't dilly-dally out there, though. Sleeping enemies will wake up eventually. Yeah, that's actually the reason why you can kick them after you trank them. But it is useful for taking care of enemies on, like, search towers and stuff like that, because they will be looking at you otherwise, and approaching them can be a bit of a pain. Sometimes. And this, I believe, is our stop to get all our materials. I'm still not entirely sure I can carry all of them, though. Okay, that's a little too much for Sam. Now I'm just barely above the weight limit. I will put most of these materials onto the bike. I put all the small ones and get the 2 heavy ones. The extra large onto the fire cruiser. Anyway, what else is on there? And I believe with this we can get that one last piece of material that we stored. Yep, it's a large and not an extra large, so it's great. I think you can kind of begin to see how useful some of this stuff is. Oh, someone's got some... Oh, it's destroyed. Might as well return it, I guess. Bit of a shame, because the fragile cargo is worth a lot of likes, and is arguably the best way of improving your relationship with the NPCs or the characters. There has to be a better road than this, right? I'm probably going down an unnecessarily difficult one. Yeah, there's a dirt path over here. But where am I? I seem to have lost my bearings. Oh, the government base over there. Yeah, I am going the wrong way. Oh, there's a large rock. Thankfully, we weren't moving too fast. I swear there has to be an easier path than this. It might be because other players haven't taken it so much. Eventually we'll find a good route that allows us to get from the lone commander to the government base a lot easier. Because I remember there being a route like right next to the base itself that you can immediately take to go down from the lone commander. But it might also be because that route was made for me by players on that one run we did before. Special alloys.
Somebody lend me a hand! I need help too!
Yep. I have a assault rifle on me as well. I didn't even realize. I must have picked that up from somewhere. Yeah, let's get rid of the machine pistol as well. It's a good option when you are in the middle of a firefight. Get rid of the maser handguns too. I'm probably not going to be using any of those now. The extra blood bag. Yeah, that sounds about right. Wait, no, not the tri-cruiser. Come on. Our personal storage. And now we shall go to our private room to get some rest. And I will call it for the stream for today. Now we'll get up bright and early in the morning.
It's okay. It's alright. That's it. That's it. Yeah, everything's okay.
Nigel was there. I think this scene plays if Sam actually gets a bit tired. I guess sitting in the shower.
those wandering BTs we encountered, I believe people call them Watchers. A fitting name given their behavior. The way they seem to be eyeing us with such disconcerting intensity. Oof. They can't see everything, though. No, they've definitely got some blind spots. Meaning, you might be able to avoid combat by evading detection and sneaking past unnoticed. So in order to survey an area, I have to rely on a very special power. My strength of will, you might say. The requisite focus can be rather exhausting, but I'm happy to grin and bear it since it's for your sake. So, if you deem it necessary, feel free to send me airborne as many times as you like. It won't use up any battery or chiral crystals either. All it requires is that I place my absolute faith in you. Which I do, so don't hesitate to ask for help.
Yeah, but once I learned that Dolman kind of suffers when you use him as a reconnaissance device, I actually feel a bit bad whenever I throw him in the air. So I try to avoid it as much as we can. Probably, I end up using him when we're conquering bases for the very first time, because after a while, you just kind of, once you get the chiral network connected, you end up using the watchtowers instead. Yeah, I'm trying to match up Dolman's outfit with our own. I wonder if it has a different... No, he does not. I was thinking he might have had a different reaction with that. Gotta wear our hat, otherwise we're gonna be getting sunburnt. I guess it's okay. I feel like he does have a bit of preferences, because he occasionally, when you end up with a design that he doesn't like, he will sort of make a different expression. He'll make a disappointed expression or something. Yeah, it's early morning. We're already set up for our next adventure. But our own stream adventure today, that's going to be it on my end. A bit shorter than my usual ones. I always try to hit 3 hours, but yeah, I'm a bit of a late start. Let me save real quick and just go and hit the hay, because I'm already kind of feeling a bit exhausted. And the after effects of working for like very busily. In a very hectic environment the past few days. But yeah, if anyone else is watching, take care and good night. And wherever you are, stay safe. Here's Mikh'a, signing off.